everyone, it's Jo, and I'm back with the video to show you some of the things that I have made from the materials that I got at my little shopping experience. And if you want to go back to, you can see that the YouTube video on it. It's the one, it'll be the one before this is all I can say. But anyways, this was at Goodwill, and now what you're seeing is I've kind of got it bundled up. I have a lot of the big pieces left, but I have got some of the small ones bundled up because they kind of fall all over the place. But some of this material was really hard to work with. It seems to want to fray more than you want it to do. This type of here, and also the blue. So I tried to keep some things intact, like this is the sleeve off of one of the little jackets, and you can see it's got an opening here, it's got an opening here. So I'm going to be doing something with that. I don't know exactly what, but I will be working with that. So that being said, let me stick this over here to the side. And I did start on a couple of journals, the covers at least, and this is the first one that's just in the beginning stages for the one that's came with the blue kimono, little child's kimono. So this is the start of it. This is the front. This is the back, and I've cut out some flowers from some of the other materials to put on here too. So I think that they look kind of nice on there. Now, the other one is this particular material, and this is going to be the front of it. It's not finished, it's just started, but these are some pictures that I printed on material using the freezer paper technique, where you iron on the freezer paper, put it through your printer, and then peel it off. So that's how I made some of these, and I've got some more of them to show to you also, but this is just the beginning of that. So, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see it here, all this begins to fray a little bit, so I'm going to have to cover some of it up with something to see what I can do with it. Let's start with, excuse me, there was a little book of poetry that was there, and I went ahead and cut these out into tag shapes. And let me put them up here for you to see. They really turned out well. I haven't completed them, I haven't put the strings on them, but I think they turned out very well, and I just put them on regular cardstock. So the whole little poem or saying fits on this one little tag. So I'll definitely be making more of those for sure. Now, I guess I'll show you the pictures first. Again, these are pictures that I printed out and printed on the material, and there are plenty of videos out there that show you how to iron cotton material onto freezer paper, and then you can peel it back off and then use it. So, and it works very, very well. So here's the first one, and I really like this one. This is a little button at the top. This is a little, I got these from wish.com. These are, I'll put it up here, okay? It's a wooden stamp, but I think it's really cute. So I just glued it onto a piece of felt and then went ahead and put the decorations on it. And here's another one. This is kind of cute. And put some buttons and some brads on it. And here's another one. This is kind of simple, but I like it. I think it has a little elegance to it. And this one here, again, this is that brocaded material that I got. Left the little tails on there, have a button on it. And then I have some of that fringe around the outside. And this one I made into a pocket. And this is just paper. And then some of that eyelash trim around it, and another button, and another brad. So if you want to put these brads on here, what you can do is put them through before you glue it to something, and then you can trim the edges off and you don't have it sticking out all over the place. I like this one too. Okay, so this is kind of plain, but this is washi tape. This is trim. This is trim, and this is just a paper flower that's got glitter on it. And then here's another one with the flower and the trim piece of material. I used some stickles on it, and this is from the brocaded material. I think this is probably one of my favorites. I've had this trims for so long, and I ran across it was like a brand new treasure because it's raised and it's very, very pretty. So that's what this one looks like. Yeah, I liked them very much. And then we went on to, okay, here's some more. Whoops, they're falling all over the place. All right, these are smaller ones, but these are made out of hunks and pieces of the material like I showed you here. So this is a paper base on this one with just those. These are cheap little beads that you get a whole bundle full, especially you can find them in the kids department. And here's another one. And this is put on a piece of paper, glued on a piece of paper. This is from the pants that I showed you that had the side panels that probably belong to a band or something. I'm not sure. And this is printed on material also. And this is from the pinkish, I don't know, I think they were pajamas. Not sure. All right. And here's just a combination of things to go along with that color scheme. This one was fun. This is a piece of ribbon here. It's kind of boho looking. And this is a piece off the yellow material, and I've used two kinds of stickles on this and then just one of those inexpensive gems on it. And here's another piece. This one's kind of fun. This is a piece of ribbon also with just with the beads on it and with the trim. And some of these I've gone ahead and backed onto different materials. Now, this is the back of this one, so you can use both sides, but I chose to use this side and put this particular thing on there and leave it fringed up. And I pulled it off so I had more fringe. And here's a piece of ribbon again. And this is a combination of those pajamas and the ruffle, and then this was part of the sleeve for the shirt that I showed you. And then I just made a couple of envelopes and bags out of the, not freezer paper, but the parchment paper. Just using up some of the things that I had. So this is a bag here. And this is one of the flowers that I was able to cut. Let me grab the other ones. I'll let you look at these things while I go grab the other stuff and bring them over so I can show you what I mean. Some materials are very hard to cut out with your die cutting machine. You almost have to use the really thick types of dies for those. The little thin wafer ones don't always work. But this is off that little kimono, and it came out pretty well. What I found out was, let me see if I can show you one that's not so great. I think I've thrown most of them out, but let me see. Okay, here we go. All right. This is what happens to a lot of them. Let me move these out of the way. This is what happens to a lot of them. They fall apart. And they don't cut all the way through. So you can see even to try to put it together, it would fall apart. I did have some success though. And what I did first was I took the material on the back, I sprayed it with starch, spray starch, and I really saturated it, and I was able to get some cuts as long as they weren't too detailed. When they have little pieces like this, it doesn't work very well. When they're like this and not so delicate, it works better. But the spray starch did make a tremendous amount of difference as far as it not fraying so much. So I was pretty happy with that. Will I do a bunch of them, more of them? I doubt it very much, because even though with the spray starch they start coming apart. So if you've got a better way of doing it, the only thing I can think is if I already put it onto, and I'm going to try this, is to put it on a piece of cardstock, glue it onto the cardstock, then try to cut it out. That might work better. But so these are a few of the things that I've made from the different things, and this was from the Goodwill. So I think I can't remember exactly what I paid, but I think like $4 or something like that for them, for all the materials, because you buy it by the pound, and it's just scraps of shirts and things like that. So that's what I've been doing, and I'm probably going to put away some of this stuff for a while, even though the boho bug has bitten me, and move on to getting some things done for the holidays, for my craft fairs, and also for my Etsy shop. So thanks for stopping by, and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks again. Bye-bye.